Hey all, just wanted to reach out with the August training tip of the month. I want to start by saying I don't want to get into a big argument with other coaches. It's because this is one of those topics that some coaches think one way, some coaches think the other, and I think if you kind of have fall in the middle somewhere, you're going to be perfect. Anyway, it's flattening the bike ride. You'll hear a lot of coaches tell you flatten your rides. If you're getting out there to race, flatten your course. What they mean by that is, you got a lot of gears on those bikes nowadays. Keep shifting. So as you start going up that hill, start downshifting so it gets easier and easier and easier and easier and easier. So that as you're going up that hill, it's not getting any harder for you. It still feels like you're riding a flat course. Hence, training a flat course or making a course flat. I don't agree with this concept. It's not necessarily a bad concept, I just don't agree with it. My thing is, during your training, there's kind of two types of bike training. One, out there on the trail, hours, whatever it is, you're doing lots of miles, and you're trying to establish a set pressure on those pedals. But when you get to a hill, you want to be able to power up and over that hill and still have energy to push down the other side. So the other part of training on a bike is on trainers. And again, some people may disagree with this, but my personal opinion, if you're not training on a trainer, you're not getting a good workout in. You've got to add trainer trainings to your bike training regiment. And while you're doing that, you've got to start adding power workouts. You can do pyramids. You can just do, up your gears till it's very hard to pedal for X amount of time. You need to do one foot drills so you can get into that circular motion, which is another topic of another day. But by doing this, you're trying to learn how to really increase the power without really increasing your heart rate. So you can climb those hills that are going to take 5 minutes, and you're not out of gas. You're going to round the top, and this is kind of another training tip or whatever, but if you really want to stay ahead of people, you want to power down the other side as well. You don't want to start just tucking in and coasting until you hit that speed where you don't feel like you're putting any power in the pedals anymore. Then tuck in and go. Now, I've heard people talk about, if I flatten my ride, I can go up that course and I've got people passing me, and then I'm powering down the other side and I'm passing them. And I can't disagree with that unless you haven't trained for power. If you train for power correctly, you're going to be able to go up that hill, keep that heart rate down, still have plenty of energy to stay where you are coming down that hill. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share. That is the training tip for August. As I say, please don't send me a bunch of stuff on you're wrong, this and that, because I understand some coaches train this in a different way. And I'm not telling them they're wrong. It's just not my belief. So other than that, everybody keep smiling and be iron strong.